Okay, let's talk about the latest development in the Enoch Burke, the jailed schoolteacher case. On Friday last, the judge in the High Court, Mr. Justice Conor Dignam, invited Enoch Burke and the other side, the school's representative, legal representative, into the High Court. Basically what the judge was proposing was that there would be some sort of a release for Christmas, for the school will be closed in any event. And remember, the injunction against Burke is to keep away from the school and not to be going in trying to teach. And clearly if the school is closed for Christmas, then that shouldn't be a real problem, even though he may not be purging his contempt. So essentially the judge was trying to offer some sort of a way for Burke to go home for Christmas. Burke, however, said he wasn't interested in a Christmas gift. What the judge was proposing on Friday was that next Wednesday, the last day of the legal term, both sides would make submissions on the issue. And Burke, in other words, was being asked to make a submission as to why he should be let home or released for Christmas. So he was offered the opportunity to make submissions on why he should be released from custody. I'm just checking the reporting here from the Irish Times. However, Mr. Burke described the offer as an insult to justice, and he suggested that he may not participate in the proposed hearing in any way. He's been in prison, as you know, probably for the last 3 months. His case came for review before Mr. Justice Dignam earlier this week, but he refused again to purge his contempt and to comply with the terms of an injunction that mirrored the conditions of his paid suspension from the school. In other words, he was to stay away from the school. Had he done so, it would have resulted in him securing his freedom. During that hearing last week, or earlier this week, Mr. Burke pleaded with the court to release him from prison without him agreeing to comply with the order to stay away from the school. The judge, earlier in the week, refused. So the judge noted that the school will be closed during the upcoming holidays, so the court will consider submissions from the parties on whether Mr. Burke should be released from Mountjoy during that period. These submissions are to be made before the High Court next week, the judge added, adding that this was something that had not been contemplated when the matter was before him a few days earlier. The barrister for the school, Rosemary Mallon BL, said that it had no objections to the court's suggestion. However, Mr. Burke said he didn't want a Christmas gift from the court, and he repeated his claim that the orders against him that have resulted in his imprisonment are, quote, manifestly unlawful. He says that he wants to leave prison and would like nothing more than to be at home for the Christmas. However, he said he did not want to leave prison in this manner, which he described as an attempt by the court to salvage its conscience by offering mercy or clemency to me. He said that he wishes to leave prison with his position that the orders against him are wrong and a breach of his right to religious freedom wholly and totally vindicated. That's a fairly absolutist position, in my view. He says to do otherwise would be dishonest to his beliefs, his rights, and to the people of Ireland. So he complained that he'd not been told in advance why the judge wished to address the parties last Friday. He also asked if there was some sort of ulterior motive. Mr. Justice Dignam said Mr. Burke was perfectly entitled not to attend court or make any submissions on the court's suggestion regarding his potential Christmas release. The suggestion of release arose purely due to the school holidays. Mr. Burke's case will be mentioned again in court on Wednesday, the last day of the current legal term. Notwithstanding what Mr. Burke has said, that he may not participate and he doesn't wish to get a gift or be given a gift, and that it's an insult to justice, my belief would be, or expectation would be, that Mr. Burke will indeed make submissions next Wednesday as to why he should be released for Christmas, and the likelihood is that, well, look, it's in the court's hands, but obviously the judge has opened the door a crack, and he's asking the parties. And obviously the school doesn't have any difficulty with the proposal, and the school may have a sort of a neutral position on it. In other words, it's up to Mr. Burke to make submissions as to why he should be released for Christmas. As I say, his initial reaction was that, you know, it was some sort of a sop, some sort of a salve on the conscience of the judge, and he wouldn't accept it. However, I believe that he may well change his tune by next Wednesday, and may well make submissions, and may well be released for Christmas. But that's the latest development, in any case, in this long-running saga of Enoch Burke and the school, the Wilson's Hospital School in, I think it's Multifarnham in County Westmeath. And hope you find this video useful. Thanks a lot.